Hey, welcome back, everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. We're back here in Rust Console Edition. We are currently on the live branch. This is right when this came out. So what would this be? October 21st, 2021. So this is currently active for all versions of the game. And we just got a new batch of skins today. That's right. So we're going to go through them, our thoughts on them, going through like which ones are our favorite, and, just to give people kind of a heads up as to what's out there. Okay, first bundle is Ornate Architecture. That went for 970 RC. That's Rust coins. Let's go ahead and take a look at the collection. All of these look super, super sharp. I'm a big fan of all of these. Apparently, if you get them in a bundle, you save 30% on the Rust coins. All of these are great. I'm a big fan of deployables. You hear me say that quite a bit. Anything that can decorate the base to give you an idea as to like maybe what's in a particular box. Because think about it, when you really start to get going, organizing things in your base is such a big deal that having different colored boxes really helps. Same with furnaces. Like think about it, when you do the furnaces, how many times you're like, hey, which one's got the sulfur in it? This will help you delineate, is that the right word? Distinguish between the different furnaces that are going to carry different things. And sometimes a furnace is just for charcoal, and that's okay. I'm a big fan of refrigerators. We do lots of food, especially when the food update comes in, whenever that may be in the future. Food is going to be something that you cherish, so get used to it now when you harvest food. So having different colored fridges in the same vein can also do the same thing. Sleeping bags, different colors, also good for organizing things. Chairs are just if you're a Chad, you want to sit on your rooftop. I said it. Really good set. Everything on the Ornate looks really, really sharp. I'm a big fan. We're going to go ahead and show you this one here, just real quick. Okay. Next one, we have, these are the, I guess, the more rare collection. You can see that these are only going to be around for roughly a week. So these are the Evil Pumpkin sets. We have an Architecture and a Veteran set. These are really unique. Okay, so the Evil Pumpkin Architecture, is that the right one I'm on? That cost 1,930 RC. As you can see, I already bought them. Don't judge me. These are really, really cool. Again, I'm a big fan of deployables. Again, if you get the bundle, that's going to be 30% off. But here, more importantly, check this out. This is huge. How many times have you been in your base, right? And I'm just talking about from a practical standpoint. Have you been in there and you're like, man, it's so dark in here, we can't see anything. These glow-in-the-dark sleeping bags, you may be like, hey, man, that doesn't make a lot of sense for outside. Yeah, you're right. But indoors, it makes a lot of sense. It'll help you orient where the floor is, where things are, because you'll be like, hey, my sleeping bag's towards the back at the TC. It's going to help you quite a bit. And for the same reason is why the garage door is so money, because you'll be able to navigate through the base, and these are little glow-in-the-dark spots here on the door itself. And it's nothing too obnoxious. It looks cool. And it really, really helps with the inside of the base. And helps you organize things, too. I think you'll find that glow-in-the-dark skins on doors and boxes are a big must. Because we always go from a practical standpoint first. Obviously, we get things that look good, too. But, I mean, right here, sheet metal door. It's just going to help you find things in the base. Because how many times you're walking around and you're just super, super blind, right? Real sharp. Looks real good. And this is, I think, our first glow-in-the-dark box. And here's why this one's really good. You've got a glow-in-the-dark on the top. You've got it on the side, the long side, and you have it on the short side. And it's just enough for it to be good, right? So like if you had your standard storage, think about it. You've got your 2 on top and 2 on bottom. If you had one of them on top that was glow in the dark, you can assume where the next one's going to be, right? And then that way you've got 2 different colored boxes, but one's lit up, so you kind of can orient yourself in the middle of the dark, which is, it's huge. If you played this game at all, you know what I'm talking about. So this is our first glow-in-the-dark box. It's huge. I'd highly recommend this one. And you can buy these just outright, I think, too. Oh, I don't know what the individual prices are. I didn't mark those down. My bad. And here's our first glow-in-the-dark furnace. You can see around the edges there on the top. Oop, got a bit of a visual glitch here. These glow all the way around, which is fantastic, right? Huge deal. Big deal. It's going to help you navigate through the base, even when this thing's not on. Actually, I think they only glow when this thing's turned on all the way. Yeah, that's how these work. But still, it's real nice. And again, if you're a Chad, you want to glow-in-the-dark chair and let people know, you got a little glow-in-the-dark trim on the side and on the back, looking real sharp. If you're going to get anything, I'd recommend this one. If you're a deployable kind of guy like we are, if you're trying to go just bare bones, I would recommend a box and a garage door, and possibly the sheet metal door, if I were you. But if you want to go all the way, Get them all. Why not? Okay, on to the next one. That was the Evil Pumpkin architecture. Now we're on to the next limited edition one, which is, excuse me, Evil Pumpkin Veteran, which has the same idea, but this isn't deployables. These are more actionable things. Again, 30% if you buy the whole thing. And again, I should say, well, not again, I should say just flat out, if you don't have to buy these if you don't want to. This is 100% optional. These are all just skins. So these are good for keeping these different sets, gear sets that glow in the dark are good because these glow in the dark, but it's nothing too obnoxious. But if you're rolling in a big group and you need to know who's who, this isn't terrible, right? Like this is actually pretty good. You'll find that high visibility when you've got a larger group might be the way to go as opposed to incognitus, right? Incognito. So that one's real sharp, and this one follows the same idea there. Really cool. Wellen would be proud, right? Isn't he the pumpkin master? It's real cool. It looks like a half-cut pumpkin on the head. And then I don't think these glow in the dark at all, which is cool. And these are nice just for a straight, just high-end gear set. Like, think about it. How many times late in the game do you need something to address your standard pants and your hoodie? And this one's good, so it's nothing like super glowy, but it can help distinguish your teammates too, which is really, really nice. Anything that's part of the hoodie and the high-end gear set, like the trousers and the hoodie, are those kind of gear sets I'm always a big fan of. So again, if you're more of an action person, these are really nice. And if you need some high identity stuff or high visibility type stuff for gear sets, metal chest, metal face, these are good. But just remember, it can also put a target on your back. Now, these are kind of special here. These glow in the dark, but only in select areas. I'll go ahead and get rid of that on the top. And it's just enough on the side that it's not terrible. Like, it's not going to give you away. And I'm fairly certain it glows in the dark down the tube, too. So that's kind of legit. You can use it to kind of look at your teammates and be like, I'm over here. But let's be honest, anybody on the receiving end of this is typically going to be gone. So this doesn't give away too much. So I think these are very, very not only good looking, but I think they're quite functional. That's the AKIS, the AK, or the assault rifle, I think is the official term, but everybody calls it the AKIS. Now this one's cool because it's more accessible. It's a level 2, same idea, looks real sharp. You've got the trim right there. You've got the glow in the dark down the tube a little bit, right? Just enough to give you a little bit of a flare. But get this. This one's real hot if you're the user of this weapon because look down the line of sight. It's kind of good for you, and it's not really going to give away your position. You've got, they're not glow in the dark sights, but it's got a nice little pumpkin smiley face right on the would that be the bridge? Anyways, just below the iron sights. I think that's real sharp. Anything that's level 2 or deployables, I'm usually a huge fan of as far as skins, because the Boyfriend Squad, Razor Tube, myself, Biolaser, we all get things that are highly functional first, and then we usually just get things that look nice. So that's us personally. I mean, everybody to each their own. So there you go. That's the Evil Pumpkin Veteran Kit. Looking real good. This one's real sharp too. This one, oh, by the way, the Evil Pumpkin Veteran Kit was 1,810 Rust coins. Sorry, I didn't say that before. This one. Okay. And these have 2 weeks on them, roughly. So this is the Desert Camo bundle. This goes for 450 RC, which I think is totally reasonable. Again, if you're a action type player, these are highly functional. Nothing glows in the dark. You've got a really sharp looking, well, that all looks really good, but the LR looks real jammy. I know we like to paint those high end, am I right? This one looks real good. It's very affordable. You got a nice AK skin too. Oops, I hit purchase. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. I meant to hit preview. Looking real good, right? It's just, I don't know. They look real good. And it's definitely affordable. Nothing glow in the dark. It's real jammy. And again, you've got the hoodie and the trousers. Always a good selection. Just to have mix and match for hoodies and trousers, I think you already know. It's nice if you're a veteran. So I think those are really good. Desert Camo is definitely a good buy if you're going for the bargain bin. Or you could just handpick them if you want to. And I think that has a 30% too, right? Yeah, I think they're all 30% off if you do the bundle. This one's way cool. This follows the Shinobi. This is the next piece here called the Shinobi Architecture. This is going for 1,930 RC. Try not to go terribly long with these. Again, 30% off if you go with the bundle. None of these glow in the dark as far as I know. I don't think this one glows in the dark either. This one kind of looks like it might, especially in this picture, but I can assure you as it stands now, it does not. But these are really sharp. Again, having different variations inside of your base to help delineate what's what and where it is huge. Same with sleeping bags. I mean, how many times have you been in a bunker base and you don't know whose bag to cut up necessarily? It can just help you at a glance move things around. You can kind of assign your own stuff. Again, large boxes, big fan of. Right? Look at that. Even just the red trim on the side, just during the daytime, will help you go, oh, okay, maybe that's where our drops go, or that's where our scrap goes, or whatever it may be. I'm again massive fan of deployables. Just a different colored furnace alone to help you with. Oh, actually, this does glow a little bit. My bad. When it's on in the back, that's cool. That's the only thing that glows in here. See, just the trim along the side. Nice. Yeah, this does glow a little bit. Nice, nice. The garage door, again, being really good because that's usually the cap on your loot rooms. That's probably the most used door mid to late game. Let's be real. The chair looks real jammy, too. Look at this bad boy. Yeah. Well, and here's the other thing, too. Again, when you get the update for food and stuff, when we have to grow our things, not only food conservation is going to be massive for you, for all players, because it's such a big part of combat. It is now, but it's definitely going to be a bigger thing for everybody. Just remember, chairs are going to be your best friend. You're going to have a fridge, you're going to eat one piece of food, and you're going to sit down in the chair and recharge your health before you jump outside. That's going to be a thing in the future, so just get used to it now. Who knows? Maybe sooner than we know. Okay, so yeah, these look real jammy. Let me go ahead and give you a preview of this one. See how it looks like it almost glows in the dark? As far as I know, like I said, in this current patch right now, it does not show up. So it does not glow. That would be nice if it did. Did we show this one? I think we did. Big fan of garage doors. Okay, next set, and the last set, which I think is way cool. It's called the Playtime Scout set. Again, this is going for 2 weeks, and it's running for 920 RC. A lot of functionality here because you have a lot of level 1/level 2. I think this is all level 1, am I right? Yeah. A lot of entry-level things to help separate you from your teammates. These are just funny because they're burlap, I almost said burlap sack, burlap shoes. We have the burlap trousers. This one's cool, especially if you make a lot of gas. I think it's cool, the little bear and the hazmat guy. Thanks for the chest right here. That's awesome. You got your jammies on. You've got a really nice revolver skin. Do a lot of work with that. Make some plays, trade up. Water pipe is another do work early game weapon. Helps you trade up again and again. I like it says rough because it can be. If you're rolling with this, it is rough. You've got the hunting bow right here. All really good stuff, especially if you like to paint things early game. This is definitely a good set for you. If you just want to change up the way your base stuff looks, your bows and whatnot, this is definitely a good one or a good set. And again, you can get any one of these individually if you want to. That's entirely up to you. All optional. So yeah, that's the current, what are these? Skins for late October, almost Halloween. And we'll have to see what the new sets are that are coming in here for the Halloween sets, as those are roughly a week or so as of recording this. So yeah, if you found this useful and helpful, be sure to drop a like. We'll let you guys know when there's a new set coming in. And we'll be live streaming this quite often, so be sure to come by and say hello, because you might be, while you're watching this, we might be live streaming right now. So come by and be like, what's up? All right, be sure to drop a like. I think I already said that. And drop a subscribe if you think it's something you would watch in the future. And we'll see you in